Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Friday, March 21st. Happy Friday, everyone. It is 6:22 right now. We have market opening up in about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. All right, it's got a few things here. One last thing. Are to go. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Sent out. Good. And we are good to go. So, all right, as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Go down to the 8-hour time frame. Go down to the 4-hour. To the 1-hour. Down to the 30-minute. Down to the 15-minute. Down to the 10-minute. And down to the 1-minute here. All right, looks like we are good to go, guys. Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, March 21st. Happy Friday, everyone. It is 6:25 right now. We have market opening up in about 5 minutes. So I marked up liquidity over here. Closest level of liquidity below is at currently 41,866. This is probably going to get hit pre-market, but I'll mark it up anyways. We have liquidity right here above at 41,951. We have another level up here at 42,032. A couple more up here. And I think we're good. Got one right here. Couple more up here. Two more up here. So, all right, looks like we are good to go. Let's see what's here so far. Morning, Sam. Morning, Christian. Morning, Steven. Morning, Maria. Morning, everybody. So, guys, looking at current price, it's been dropping since this morning. The ATR is currently at 16, so it's a little bit above average or like about average. So from the ATR being at 16 right here, I'm probably expecting it to pick up to like maybe 25 or 30 once market actually opens. There's not really any news today, so there's nothing to really look out for. The Fed was speaking this morning, so the Fed spoke at 5:30 and they spoke at 6:05. I'm assuming that's why this bigger drop kind of happened right here. Let me check CNBC real quick. I don't really see any breaking news right now. Just this one right here. It says stock futures slip as S&P 500 aims to snap 4-week losing streak. I mean, they said that, and the price did the opposite, came straight down. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in a few. Let me check the calendar over here real quick. Yeah, there's nothing here for today. It's just the Fed members speaking, which they already started. Other than that, there's not really much else here to look at. Let's take a look at the overall trend for the day. So overall trend for the day is currently bearish. As you guys can see, it's bearish on the 1 minute, bearish on the 5 minute, bearish on the 10 minute. Lower time frames here are bearish because price is below the pivots. Trend meter is, oh, the trend meter is all blue down here. It should be set to chart. So I had to update these indicators. I don't think anyone needs to update theirs, but I need to update mine, unfortunately, because TradingView updated something. I had to update the code on this stuff, so they look kind of different. Well, this isn't like super important, so I'll change the color a little later. We have some downtime. So yeah, it wouldn't really matter too much because we don't really need the trend here as much for the overall trend, since using the pivots here. I'll do this later. It's not really necessary. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Looks like majority of you guys are here so far. So looking at the breakout for today, breakout is going to be a sell, it looks like. If you guys want to take it, feel free. I'll mark it up for you guys here. But breakout is looking like it's going to be a sell for today. It might be a little tricky because price has been dropping for so long. So maybe the sell might not be the best option to take, but it is a sell today. Candle's closing in about 10 seconds. We'll come back and take a look at that in a few. So, all right, guys, market is opening up in about 2 seconds, and market is now open here. So with that said, let me go ahead and mark up opening price. So price is coming down. Breakout's currently in profit right now for a sell. It's pushing down right there. Come back and take a look at that in a few. Let's look at the market profile. So looking at the market profile right now, we currently don't have any rejections aside from this bottom rejection. It's rejecting off the value low. Looking at the 30-minute right here, we also have a rejection off the value low. So sells might be a little tricky right now because we have rejections from the bottom side right here. However, if price does come back down, we will get some rejections off the top end. So we have 2 rejections here on the 1 hour. We have price rejecting off the point of control up here, and we also have price rejecting off the value low right here. So like I said, it's a little tricky because there's rejections on both ends. Yeah, I guess we'll have to kind of see what happens here. But either way, there's going to be a rejection. So there'll be a confluence on either direction for the market profile. Rejection right here off the point of control, rejection off the point of control. Looking over here at the volume profile, price is actually pushing really hard off this value low. On the clean chart over here, we have a nice rejection right here off the whole number at the 41,950. And then we have price currently in the support level over here on the support resistance chart. So looking at this so far, it did blast through 50 points. So if you guys take the breakout for the day, 50 points has been hit. It's pushing past the 100. So I think it's already at 100. There we go. So 100-point TP right there. Steven, did you take that? You got your full TP right there already, Steven, 100 points. I know Steven's here just for the breakout, so. Looks good. Played out perfect right there. Hopefully you got your full TP on that, Steven. There was like literally no drawdown on that one. Came down, it came up a little bit, retraced, and it shot down super sharply. Everything here pretty much lined up. Blasted through the liquidity down here. And we'll see what happens next. All right, so we got price coming down pretty sharp. Pending sell signal right here. So possible NPS V2 setting up. Sell signal here kind of pending. Let's put a line right here so you guys have an idea of. I'll just leave it as is. You can kind of see it from here. So there's not really much of a rejection, but like a slight rejection. I'll just put a line right here so that you guys can kind of see where bounced off of. So this is where it becomes a little tricky because you can see over here on the 30-minute, we do have the rejection off the bottom end. And we also have rejection off the top end right here. So top end rejection and bottom end rejection. Looks like we're in a pretty big range here. It's just a huge range. This is a range that I can kind of identify from here. There we go. So price pushed down, faked out, came back up. Price is pretty much back to where it was earlier. It's just in this really huge range right here. It pushed up a little bit, came down, faked out, pushed right back up. Nice Steven over here took the breakout, so we made some good profit on that trade there. This is a possible NPS V2 for a buy if anybody's looking to take it. It's currently at opening price, so this is considered a red flag for me. I wouldn't take any trades around this area, but if price does close above, say, this black line right here, this is an NPS V2 setting up. There's confluence right there on the 30, rejection. Confluence on the 1 hour, rejection. Volume profile, there's one over here actually. Rejection off the value low. There's two rejections here. There's a rejection off the value low. There's also rejection off the point of control up here. Right here on the 1 minute clean chart. Rejection off this whole number, 41,950. And then prices in the support over here for the 1 minute support resistance. All right, so we got price coming back down right now. There's not going to be a buy there for NPS V2. We have a pending sell signal right here. If the sell signal closes, looks like we'll have nice confluences here. Rejection off the value high on the 30-minute time frame. Rejection off this upper end right here on the 1 hour. Rejection off the point of control over here for volume profile. Rejection off the clean chart. And a push past the, or push towards the support level down here. So we have a possible NPS V2 setting up right here. The only problem that I can really see here is the fact that we're like in this big range, right? So this huge
connection loss.
Got a connection loss over here on my. Okay, reconnected, so we're good. All right, hopefully I don't get any more connection loss because that always trips me out a little bit when There's connection issues with NinjaTrader. All right, so we have a possible NPSV2 setting up right here. If price comes back down, if it doesn't, then obviously no entry there. You can see price is bouncing back and forth. We're getting opposite signals here. So I would just be careful with your entries. Again, like I said, we had this range here that was kind of established. It pushed up and then it reestablished and confirmed it right here once market opened up. The meat of the movement is having connection loss again. Okay. I'm gonna be a little careful with my entries today because I keep getting double connections lost here. The counts are still on here. Yeah, no, connection lost. Another connection loss. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm getting a bunch of connection lost over here on NinjaTrader. You know, usually when something like this happens, something is happening behind the scenes that's probably going to affect the market. Okay, I'm just hoping I don't get another connection loss here, or else I might have to just sit out of this next entry. We have a possible setup over here for an NPSV2. Again, if price pushes below this black line right here, this is going to be an NPSV2. We have a sell signal here, price retraced up, it's coming back down. If it closes below this black line, this will be entry for NPSV2. If anybody is looking to take it, this isn't really the best time or area to be looking for entry though. As you guys can see, price is going back and forth in this range, and then I'm having these connection loss over here on NinjaTrader. So I'll have to make a decision pretty soon if it comes below here. Rejection right there off the value low. I think this could be a decent entry if it does close below this black line. The ATR is extremely high right now, 39 ATR. Extremely high in comparison to this week. So not extremely high in general, but extremely high in comparison to this week, because typically we were below 20. And today it is way above 20. It's at 39. Yeah, each candle here is huge. It's almost 50, 60 points. Big right there too. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Obviously, you can see from these candles here, price is trying to make its way below, but it's having trouble getting past this area. In order for us to have an NPSV2, price has to break and close below this black line right here. If it pushes back up, then possible pushback to the upside. However, that's kind of what we're dealing with at the moment. Yeah, so like I was saying, guys, we're kind of stuck in this range right now. Price is trying to get out of here, but it keeps getting pulled back into the range. Price will push up, fake out, come back down, fake out, come back up, come back down, fake out. It keeps getting pulled back into this middle area right here. That's literally where it keeps getting pulled into. So see what happens here in a few. All right, no NPSV2 down there. Sam said it's in a range, so I'm sitting price at my buy zone, FYI, but I wait. Yeah, definitely, Sam. That's probably the best decision. Connection lost. Another connection loss right there. I don't know what's up with Ninja sometimes. Well, I kind of like that it does this. I don't like that it does this, but I do like that it does it because whenever I have connection loss like this, where it keeps having issues, it usually hints that there's something up in the market. So I don't like that it disconnects, because if I'm in a position, it's going to trap me in a position. But I do like it because it kind of gives me a heads up. Right? Every time we've had this connection loss issue, I mean, for whoever's been here with me on these live sessions, you guys know that it's usually a heads up that something is going on. That that we should be looking out for. So, I mean, just looking at the market right now, I think you can kind of see that something is going to happen because we're kind of stuck in this range right now, right? Like you don't really get stuck in a range like this. Typically, it'll consolidate. But the thing with this range here is that it's such a violent range, right? Price will come up very sharply, come down very sharply, come up very sharply, come down very sharply, and then it starts to slow down. When it starts to slow down, this is typically going to indicate that a breakout's going to happen, right? So look for price to kind of squeeze here for a bit. And then once it starts to squeeze, eventually price is going to break out. We're going to have this huge push to the upside. We're going to have this huge push to the downside. So just be aware. I mean, that's the only thing I can really tell you guys. Be aware. When you guys are looking for a position, make sure that you look at your confluences, you look at the red flags, make sure there's nothing around the area that's going to screw up your entry, because I think once price finally breaks out of this area, it's going to really break out, or it might fake out. So those are the two things you want to look for. Look for the possible breakout and then continuation, or look for the breakout and fake out, right? So kind of like what happened right here. Look for price to break out, lower in the buyers, and then come right back down. Basically a head and shoulders pattern. Right. Same with like what happened down here. This isn't a head and shoulders, but it kind of looks like one, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, reversal to the upside. It's basically an inverted head and shoulders, like a really ugly one, but it's basically an inverted head and shoulders. Because you can kind of see the little like deformed shoulder right here. You can see the head right here, and then the bigger shoulder right here. Right. So just look out for that stuff, guys. I mean, I'm for the most part, I'm looking out for you guys. I'm not necessarily telling you to do something or not to do something, but I'm telling you to be careful with your entries here because, like I said, so what I would look for personally is if price ever breaks out of this area, there's gonna be something for you guys to look out for. If price breaks out of this area, look for the fake out, right? Look for the head and shoulders. Same with the opposite direction, right? We currently have, or I guess we could have a small shoulder right here. If price comes back down, look for it to come back down like that. Come right back up. So just be aware. I mean, use your situational awareness to like make sure to look at the market and all aspects, because one mistake could really screw up your account. Today's Friday too, so another thing to keep in mind, Friday.
Connection loss.
Another connection loss. Fuck my life. Another connection loss. Geez. It's like every account on my NinjaTrader is taking its turn to disconnect. Initially, it started with my Purdy accounts, then my Tradeify accounts, then it went to all of the personal accounts, and then now all of my Apex accounts just disconnected, and then reconnected, of course. All right, so as much as I would like to take an entry here, guys, I'm pretty sure you guys hear my connection loss in the background. I'm probably gonna hold off on entries for a little bit until I stop getting these disconnects. Is anybody else getting disconnects on their NinjaTrader? I'm just kind of curious if it's just me or if it's everyone else. There's always a couple factors that I take into consideration. Usually when the weather is bad where I'm living, I have connection loss. Or not where I'm living, but just in general. Like if we're in a snowstorm around the world, or if it's like really cold outside, I get connection issues. This is the same thing that happened when I had MC4 and the other platforms. There's always like one of two things that happens whenever I have connection issues. It's either the weather's bad outside, just all over the world, or there is something going on in the market, like Trump speaking, or some heavy impact news, or the interest rates, or something like that. There's no news today, so I mean, unless there's something happening that we don't know about. See breaking news right here. Says Dow falls 350 points, S&P 500 heads for a fifth straight losing week. See that? Okay, so this is an MPS V2 setting up right here, guys. If anybody is looking to take this here. This is an MPS V2 setting up. It looks like it could be a good entry, but this candle is just way too big, guys. Yeah, this candle is huge. So I don't know if it's one that I can willingly take and feel comfortable taking. Push off the value high. I don't have any confluences here I mean, I do, but they're not very. I'm gonna hold off on this. If you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys right here. I don't like how this here wicked right back up. All right, price pushed down and it wicked right back up at the last second. So this is an MPS V2 currently running in profit, guys. Huge order right there for a sell, I think. Let me check. I had a huge order of 50 contracts. Came in at 41,875. 41,875 down here. So I'm not in this position right here. I didn't like how this wick over here came up super sharp. It just showed weakness in the sellers. So I'm not in this position. Again, we're still stuck in the range anyways. So I'll watch it for you guys. Let's see, Steven said I'm done for the day. Reached my goal, Sean. I had some questions. I sent DM. When you get a chance, please check. Have a nice weekend, everyone. All right, Steven, we'll see you back here on Monday. So Steven's done for the day, made his profits right there on the breakout. And let's wrap it up. I think Steven is mainly going to be focusing on just the breakouts. So we'll kind of use them as the marker to see how the breakouts are doing. All right, so we got the MPS V2 currently running right here. Like I said, I didn't like this entry because of this huge wick that came up at the last second. We had a big order come up right here at the 75 price point. So 41,875 price is currently at this point here. I think if it closes below this price right here, it's going to continue dropping. So depending on how it closes right here, if this candle closes below this dotted line, I'm expecting it to drop a bit further. Okay, it's not coming back down yet. All right, so I'm a little glad that I didn't take this entry here because I probably would have been stressing out if I was in this position because it's taking forever for it to come down. Not to say that it's not going to come down, but it's taken a while for it to actually come down from here and actually hold the position below. All right, let's go over here real quick. I'm going to look at some confluences. So not too much here. Possible break and retest right there off that level. Possible break and retest right here as well. Break and retest right there. So you do have a rejection right here off the point of control, actually. Looks good. All right, the MPS V2 is currently running in profit, almost at its TP. This thing took quite a bit of a while for it to come down. Like I said, if price was to break and close below this 470 or 41,875 price point, I was expecting it to drop lower, which it sort of is, but it's taking a while for it to come down right here. Again, looking at the confluences, let me go over here to the clean chart. Yeah, this is just a messy market. So if you look over here, these candles have a lot of big wicks on top. So I mean, it's good for the sells, but these candles here are very tricky on how they're kind of moving around. Don't have any zones down there. Let's go here to the SR chart. Price is currently within the 1 hour support. Go over here on the 1 hour time frame real quick, see if there's any zones here that need to be updated. Not quite. So basically the same zones from the previous day. Just the big one right there. I'm gonna chop this up a little bit because it's kind of better to mark it up like this. All right, 50 contracts for a sell right there. It just came in. All right, so this is a little bit cleaner. It's currently at the 1 hour support right now. Price drop below. Looks like it hit its TP. So blasted right through the TP right there for the MPSV2 if you guys took it. Like I said, I was kind of tempted to take this entry here, but like I didn't like how this candle here pushed up with this big wick. So I decided to sit out of it, but it did blast through and hit its full TP. So if you guys take the entry right here, nice work. Full TP on the MPSV2. And we'll kind of see what happens here next. So full TP right there. Looks like we're finally breaking out of this range, which is, this is mainly what I was looking for today. I was waiting for it to break out of this area, which it finally did. And I guess we'll see what happens here next. So I'll follow through with it. So we're finally out of this range now. Price starting to dump a little bit. Again, another huge wick right here. I'm probably gonna have to wait until 7 o'clock for me to take some entries. Let's go take a look at the 30-minute time frame real quick. So looking at this here on the 30-minute time frame, if price closes, so I kind of want price to stay around this area for the next 6 minutes, right? I wanted to stay around this value low area because as soon as it closes around this value low area, I'm going to be looking for it to either bounce below, retest that value low, or look for it to push above and bounce off the value low right here, right? I want it to stay between these two areas right here, these two lines. Because then we can catch some bounce points right here. So for example, if it closes below this area, bounce and drop lower, right? If it closes connection lost again. Fuck my. What disconnected this time? Okay, it's the individual accounts. It seems like it's like, I don't know, for some reason, my Ninja Trader is like going through every single account and just disconnecting one by one. Because there's nothing here that's disconnecting more than twice. Let's see. So weird. I don't know. All right, well, anyways, back to my analysis. Um, I'm looking for price to close around like 7 o'clock around this middle area. For the most part, it doesn't really matter too much because we have rejection bounce points on either side. So if price closes above, we can get a bounce off here. If price closes below, we can have a bounce off here. But I think ideally, best case scenario is stay down here in the middle because we'll get a bounce immediately off this, 30-minute time frame. Looking over here on the 1 hour, same thing. Again, if the candle closes around this middle area right here, we can get some nice rejections off this value low. Or the opposite side, right there. All right, just a matter of time until we get this. We'll give it some time here.
Connection lost.
Another connection lost. Oh man, it's starting to like kind of piss me off now with this connection loss. Let me see what disconnected this time. Yeah, it's going for whatever reason, it's going in order and just disconnecting my accounts. Like roulette here. It's okay. I will continue checking it. All right, so we are back into the range, guys. It looks like that fake out we were talking about earlier, it pretty much respected for the most part. Okay, so looking at this here right now, I mean, this looks like it could possibly start setting up for a head and shoulders. An inverted head and shoulders. So we have the shoulder right here, we have the head, and we have the other shoulder. The only reason I'm able to look at these head and shoulders is because price is still in this range, right? I was kind of warning you guys about this earlier. I said be careful because there's head and shoulders kind of setting up here. The head and shoulders will kind of show you connection loss. Now I have accounts disconnecting. There's like one client account that disconnected about like 3 or 4 times right now. Like again, I don't know if anybody else is having issues with Ninja right now, but all of my accounts are disconnecting. It's really annoying because I don't want to be stuck in a position of
Connection lost.
another connection loss, of course. I don't know. I guess I'll think about it if a position comes up. You have a possible MPSV2 setting up right here, guys, if you guys are looking to take it. It's here for a buy. As much as I want to take it, I'm probably gonna hold off because my connection just keeps disconnecting. No entry right there. So no entry here yet for the MPSV2. Price has to break and close above this black line. So if you guys are looking to take an MPSV2, possible setup right there. Yeah, Christian said it's like Ninja Trader is saying do not trade for now. I know it is. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. So here, I'm gonna try to just disconnect it. I'm gonna try to reconnect again. I'm gonna log into my Ninja. Hopefully resetting it will fix it. You guys are gonna hear me log into like 60 accounts here. All right, no entry here for MPSV2. Now I gotta log into all of my accounts. Take two. Okay, now that I disconnect, now I gotta redisconnect. For some reason, I'm adding the accounts to my Ninja Trader and they're not showing up on my account list. And today's all screwed up for me. Using my Ninja. So I tried to reset it, and then now that I was adding the accounts to my Ninja Trader, it actually wasn't populating in my accounts. Like it shows that it's on, but Do this one more time. Oh. Okay, there's something up with my Ninja today for sure. The accounts aren't showing up under my, like it's logged in, but they're not showing up under my thing. Yeah. All right, let me do one last. I'm just gonna restart my whole laptop. I'll see if this fixes it. Yeah, Maria said my ninja is tired. CJ said not having issues with Ninja Trader for once, thank God. Christian is not having issues. Shiv said same Ninja has it disconnected for me. It's weird, maybe it's just mine. I don't know. Well, I'm restarting my laptop and then I'll start it back up. If the Ninja Trader doesn't load up my accounts, then obviously I'm just not going to trade today. I'll do analysis for you guys, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to trade on tilt or I'm not going to mess with my trade psychology. Yeah, exactly. Sam said it's Friday, Sean. Do not mess with your psychology. Are in the green for the month. Another day will come. Yeah, 100%. So I don't feel forced to trade today. I mean, obviously it'd be nice if I can get a trade, but if my Ninja doesn't load up, or if I keep getting these disconnects, then I'm just not going to trade, of course. But there's no entries here. So currently we have a buy signal. You guys can see I had the black line right here. Basically, in order for you to get an MPSV2 to the upside, you need price to break and close above here. Hasn't done that yet so far. Looking at this, at what we have, I mean, it looks like the head and shoulders pattern that we were kind of looking at maybe happening did not happen. So let's see. I mean, it looks like price is trying to come down, but it's not really. Let's see if it actually holds this time. Because you can see from this point right here, price hasn't really broken this level. It's kind of just ranging here now. So let's see if this breaks below. So what we want to see here is break below this this zone. Jonathan said the feds are watching you, Sean, and messing with your ninja. I know, right? Shifts and ninjas like you're making too much moolah. CJ said it's probably because Kraken is taking over and they see you have a lot of accounts. Yeah, I know. Let's see, Crick. Ark is said, I think I could have 3K easy with the micro scalp on my orders getting canceled. That's weird. So it looks like you're trading on Ninja Trader, right? Ark. Ark says his orders keep getting canceled. I'm trying to figure out like why orders are getting canceled. What type of orders are you putting in? All right, I can probably help you with that if you can confirm what kind of orders. But which kind of pending orders? Because there's two different types that you can put. There's stop orders and there's limit orders. Because it might be the order type that you're putting in. It shouldn't cancel it. It should fill when you have it set up there. Buy or sell stops. Weird. Okay, so typically it shouldn't have that issue. Oh my fuck my life. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be trading today, guys. For whatever reason, I'm connecting my accounts, but they're not showing up on my Ninja Trader. Yeah, they're so weird. They don't even show that they're logging in. It says connected, but they don't show up under my account list here for some reason. Maybe I have to update my Ninja Trader. Well, it's up with this. Okay, so unfortunately, it does not look like I'm gonna be able to trade today. Um, I've never had this issue before. I'm trying to see if there's an update for Ninja. Maybe if that's what I have to do, but we have a sell signal right here, guys. Possible opportunity here would be for a sell, or we have a buy signal here that's currently pending. So maybe not. Or so I guess I'll try to update my Ninja Trader. Maybe that's what I gotta do. All right, this is an MPSV2 setting up right here, guys. We got price below the momentum signal. MPSV2 setting up right here below. Anybody's looking to take it. I can't take it because my Ninja is pretty much dead right now. For some reason, it's not showing anything. I log in. All right, MPSV2 running right now in profit. Let's take a look at the consequences. We got price currently at the value low. Rejection off the point of control. Nothing on the 1 hour. Rejection off the point of control up here. Clean chart, we have some rejections. We actually have no rejections up top. We have rejection off the bottom right here. Nothing is fixing. Okay, I guess, yeah. Unfortunately, there's not gonna be any trades I can take today. So I just updated my Ninja. And for whatever reason, okay, I guess I'm done trying to fix this for today. I'm gonna get in touch with their full TP too. Man, fuck my life. It is what it is. So today, the 2 wins I would have taken today, freaking hit. But I couldn't take any of these trades because my Ninja won't connect for some reason. That's all good. It's just frustrating because I was waiting this whole week to take the trade, and then obviously the trades came today and I couldn't take any of them. This one came up, this one came up, and my Ninja is just not working. All right, guys, nice work for you guys who caught that. I wish I could have caught it with you guys, but It's just one of those weeks. All right, 2 wins for the day, or 3 wins for the day, guys. If you guys were following any of my trades for the day, we had the breakout here, hit full TP for 100 points. And then we had 2 more entries here, MPSV2 full TP, MPSV2 full TP over here as well. So nice work to you guys who took the trade. Unfortunately, I could not get into any of the positions with you guys because Ninja is just not working for me today. I hate how like their chat is like chat is it's a bot. Let's see. Settings, click on plans, market years. All of a sudden it wants to work. Fucking Ninja Trader. So I complained to the Ninja Trader and now it works. Great. Now I can log into. I'm setting up my Ninja Trader real quick, guys. 1 second. It's log into. I got like 60 accounts to log into. Oh, I'm really frustrated with Ninja Trader right now, guys. So it logged into like half of the accounts, and then I just started to realize that they start populating on the chart. I'm like super, super frustrated with Ninja Trader today. Disconnect. And I literally just closed the help box, so I should have just left the help box open. Because it was working, so I was like, okay, I don't need to talk to it anymore. And it's actually not working. All right, so there's no entries here right now, guys. Don't worry. I know, sorry that I'm kind of like trying to fix Ninja Trader while on this live session, but there's no entries here at the moment. So we currently have the sell signal here. The MPSV2 came up right here. It already hit TP. We're now looking for a buy signal to come up. Once that buy signal comes up, we can start looking for another opportunity. But at this very moment, there is nothing to take right now. So let's see. You guys got some pretty good profits over here. So looking at your guys' profits. Let's see, Jonathan said he had a connection issue as well. He only has 1 account. TJ said that used to happen to me when I made over a certain amount, making microscalp entries too. That's why I only do microscalps on TradeAway. Yeah, I agree. Here's some profits from Shiv. Save this real quick. And some profits from Christian. Yeah, I should have said good way to end the week. Had 3 losses this week, 1 small win for the week, but he's happy. So looking at this so far, Shiv over here locked in a total profit of, here, I'll just post it in the Discord so you guys can see it a little better. So I'll put Christian's profits right here. And then we got Shiv's profits right here too. Nice work, guys. So Christian over here locked in a profit of 540 for the day. Nice work, Christian. And then we got Shiv here. Shiv locked in a total profit, let's see, 550 per account is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 accounts. So we're gonna say well over 7,000 for the day. Maybe 8,000, somewhere closer to that. So nice work, Shiv, on those profits there. Yeah, if you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. I'm gonna give my NinjaTrader one last shot to try to log into my accounts. If it doesn't work, then no, it's not working. I don't know what's up with this. Yeah, I really can't get it on here for some reason. It's weird because it shows that it's logged in and the data is working and stuff, but great, now I gotta open the chat again. Okay, I'm in touch with NinjaTrader support again. See if I can get this figured out. So we have a possible MPS V2 setting up right here, guys. If anybody is looking to take it, we have a buy signal that just closed right here. You're gonna look for a red candle for retracement and then possible continuation back to the upside. Yeah, CJ said that's exactly how I felt with NinjaTrader disconnecting a couple weeks ago for no reason. All the entries started coming up. I know, right? It's like the one day, like this whole week, NinjaTrader was working fine, but the one day where all of these entries come up and they're pretty nice entries, um, it it's not working. So, I mean, go figure. Shiv said, you reckon it's because of how many accounts you have? So I don't think so because I'm only trying to log into my main account, like my personal account, and it still won't work. Okay, let's see. To resolve this, close the platform, open Explorer, Documents, NinjaTrader 8. So there's no MPS V2 right there yet, guys. Again, you're looking for this here to close back above. If this candle closes green, this is going to be an MPS V2 entry. Okay, MPS V2 currently running, guys. Got the MPSV2 currently running right now. Nice confluence right here on the 30-minute rejection off the value low. Rejection right here off the 1 hour. Pushing up in profit. Rejection from down here as well. Almost at its TP and full TP. Fuck my life. God, I'm so pissed. Today there's like so many entries and my indicator's not working. God, it's so freaking annoying. I knew today was gonna be a good day too. I was like, fuck, Friday's gonna be the day where all the entries come up and my fucking indicator's not working. I'm so annoyed. It's okay. I'm glad you guys are hitting it and you guys are winning, but I'm super annoyed because I knew today was gonna be the day. And they're like smooth entries too. They're like all hitting. It's all good, guys. Take the entries. If the entries come up, take them while I try to fix my Ninja Trader. Okay, let me follow whatever. Open File Explorer. I don't even know how to use a PC. How do I do that? File Explorer. Documents. Ninja Trader 8. Find the DB folder. Within the folder, delete the SQLite file. Why do I delete this? Crash. Okay. Let me go back into. I know I'm being a little whiner right now, but I'm just so annoyed because this whole week sucked, and then I knew today was. There's like, whenever the week sucks, guys, there's usually like at least one day that's gonna be really good, and today was that day, of course. Okay, let's try this again. One more time, Ninja Trader, please work. I mean, at this point, I don't even think there's gonna be any time for me to take any entries, but let's try again one more time. It still doesn't work. Great. Let me see, open the chat. Let's see. Yeah, Kyle said unlucky, Sean. RX said, I think they're messing with you, bro. If you win too much, I got in trouble. Yeah, no, exactly. Um, so there's a possible, this is an A plus plus setup actually. So looking at this right here, you have the buyers in control from this upper area or from this lower area right here. So we have buyers pushing price up, engulfing MPSV2, and then engulfing right there. But I think price might be in a tricky area right now. Yeah, you can see over here. So I kind of figured price was starting to bounce off some sort of structure because it looked a little overextended. But if you guys want to take this here, this is technically an A plus plus setup. So I'll mark this up for you guys right there. Still have a nice rejection right here off the bottom end. So rejection off the 30-minute right here, which is good. Rejection off the 1 hour. Yeah, it's pushing up pretty nice. So this is an A, it's considered A plus plus setup. Reason for it being A plus plus is we have an engulfing MPSV2 and then another engulfing right there. Not in this position. I mean, it's a little bit of a tricky position because price, like I said, is a little overextended and it's currently bouncing off the point of control. Sam said, LOL, I even took break and retest, bro. Your strategy's working. We're all glad. Be happy for us. LOL. Yeah, no, definitely. I am happy for you guys for sure. Um, I just don't know how to fix this problem. It's like, well, so the thing with this issue is that these problems don't happen very often. So, I mean, that's a good thing. I don't know if this is enough for me to want to change platforms, but I mean, I can't really change platforms because I paid for a whole lifetime. I spent so much money on NinjaTrader already, where it's like it's becoming really annoying. Because I paid for the lifetime subscription, so I paid a couple thousand for just to have lifetime on Ninja. So it's gonna be hard for me to change platforms. When I paid for all the copiers, I paid for all the tools, I paid for all the data. It's hoping to have a resolute like something to resolve this. Shiv said, doesn't Apex give you the lifetime for free, or am I confused? No, not for you can't use. So if you're using that, you can't use their license for other accounts. Yeah, you can only use it for Ninja because I'm trading like personal accounts. So you have to have your own account to trade them. If you're only trading uh Apex, then that's fine because that's all you have, but it's still not a lifetime. It's not the like for me when I trade, I have lower commissions. There's just different things that come in if you pay for the lifetime on the with Ninja. It's like lower commissions, better executions. There's like a list of things that like you kind of pay for to get the lifetime, and then you get order flow and that's and stuff like that. So it's different. With Apex, you'll have lifetime with Apex, but it's not the real lifetime. It's like more of a it's like a skeleton version. So you don't really have all of the functions that you would if you have an actual account with NinjaTrader. Because I log into my personal account, like my own actual NinjaTrader account, and then I had to pay for it separate because you could do free, but then the commissions are going to be a little bit more and the fees are going to be a little bit more. But for me, overall, long term, I'm saving money by paying, a couple $1,000 for the lifetime because I take so many trades on so many accounts. So it gives me like a big discount. I think for per trade, it's like 50%, 50 cents per contract, and I'm probably paying like 25 cents. So if I'm taking like 10,000 contracts a year, I'm saving, how much is that? Kind of curious now. It's a 25-cent difference. So like 10,000 times. Yeah, I'm basically saving like 2,000. So I basically get my money's worth if I take X amount of trades for the year. Yeah, exactly. It's worth it overall. All right, Daniel, we'll see you back here on Monday. So Daniel's done for the day. Shiv said, so I think you could possibly trade with different prop firms, but I don't think you can do it with like a personal account. I think that's a difference. On the A plus plus hit, sorry guys, I wasn't looking. The A plus plus just hit right there. Fuck my life. Dude, the one day that my ninja is not working, literally every trade hit today. We have one MPS, one MPS, one MPS, A plus plus, and the breakout hit full TP right there. It is. I mean, it was a good day. Today's a great trading day. It's just I couldn't take any of the trades. Couldn't take anything here. Oh, what's up? Yeah, I'm not gonna even give it a try anymore, guys. I don't want to mess up my. There's just no point in me trying to fix this. Yeah, so I closed my Ninja Trader. I don't want to keep. I already know at this point I'm like in such a horrible mindset right now that if I do take a trade, it's gonna be a bad trade. So I'll keep calling trades for you guys here, but I'm not gonna try to keep logging into my Ninja because there's just no point. It's not gonna work. Here, let's see. Let's see what the pricing is for Ninja Trader. So pricing over here. No, so this is what I paid. I paid for the lifetime. I paid 1,500. Normally, so you pay about 129 for a standard. So you save a lot more right here. Like I said, per standard, if you have a lifetime, this is what I paid for. You get 0.59. So basically, you're saving a whole lot more. I don't know where you got that number from, PC. 350. That's pretty high. It's expensive for a contract. So 129 minus, I pay basically 59 per contract. So 70 cents. I pretty much make my money's worth pretty simply because I take 10 trades. So I take 10 contracts per trade. And then I take, let's see, we'll say about like 3 trades a week, right? So times 4 or 3 trades per day or per week times 4 times 12. So I take about 1,440 contracts per year for the most part. So times 70. Yeah, basically over a year's time or maybe 2 years' time, if I take more trades, then I basically will make my money's worth. So yeah, I paid one-time payment of 1,500. Around the year on an average, I'm probably saving about 1,000 to 2,000. So it's worth it. If you're trading with Ninja Trader and you're trading a decent amount of contracts, it's worth it. Because you gotta pay 70 cents more for the free. And then for the monthly, I mean, at that point, you might as well just, you're gonna save the money in general. I think the overall fee, so these are the all-in rates. That's probably what you're mentioning, PC. I think you're probably mentioning the all-in rates, right? So the all-in rates, I mean, it's still kind of cheaper though. So I trade YM right here. The all-in rates for normally you pay 218. But yeah. So basically I'm paying 218 per versus the free, which is 288. Well, I think you guys are with Apex, you guys are it's basically free. It's not a lifetime. You guys are doing the free. It's the same thing. It still comes down to 70 cents. So yeah. But yeah, 350 is a lot. I don't know where you got like maybe it's the broker that you're using PC, but that's a lot. If you're paying 350 per contract, like it's because you're making $5 per trade per point per contract. So if you were to scalp with that high of a commission rate, you're not gonna make a lot of money on that. Yeah, so not too bad. So basically per trade, this is how much I'm paying. I'm paying about 10 times 59. I'm paying $5.09, 90 cents. I'm paying 5.90 every time I enter exit a position. That's why I gotta make like a couple $1,000 per trade. Every trade I take, and if I win, I make 1,500. So 1,500 minus 590 still make pretty decent. All right. Sam said, you go to Temple, bro. I know, right? Let's see what else we got here. So we have nothing else that's coming up here at the moment, guys. If you guys are looking for anything specific, feel free to let me know. Here's ARC's entries over here. So ARC's didn't hit my stop loss in a lot of trades, kicked him out of his trades. He could have had 4K, but he ended up closing out at different times. So ARC over here still did pretty good. He had a couple issues with his trailing stop, but he locked in still like well over, so 1, 2, 3, 4, a little over 3,000 for the day, almost 4,000. So nice work, ARC, hitting those trades. Same with Shiv. Shiv locked in 7,000 for the day. And then Christian locked in 540 for the day. So great work right there, Art. You basically made your money's worth, Art, because Art just signed back up to the indicator so that he can apply the micro scalp. So Art paid for the indicators, and then now he made his money back with 1 day of trading. So solid work right there, Art, and hopefully you can keep pushing it. Let's see, RX said, hey Sean, do you think it's the settings for my trailing for my ninja messed up? So take a screenshot of your settings, Arc, and then send them over to me. I'll take a look at them right now if you want me to. So if you'd like me to, I can take a look at it. Just send me a screenshot of your settings. I can see what your problem is. Hey, what's up, Brock? Yeah, I didn't even know you were here, Brock. Have you been here the whole time? Brock was kind of quiet today. Oh, I see. He's busy. Busy with the girls. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the entries for the day, Barack. There were so many entries that came up today. My Ninja Trader wasn't working, so unfortunately, I wasn't able to get enough. I didn't get into one trade today. Can you believe that? 4 entries, full TPs, smooth entries too. I can get into one of them. This whole week, I was waiting for the day for these entries to come up. I was hoping it was going to happen yesterday. So yesterday, I was like, okay, I was hoping we get entries yesterday, so I don't have to really trade today. But yesterday was pretty dead, didn't really take anything. And then today everything came up. NPSV2, 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 and then A++. They literally came up right after each other and they all hit TP with like literally no drawdown. There's no drawdown here, no drawdown here, literally no drawdown here, didn't even pull back at all. And then this one over here, it kind of went back and forth for a bit, but eventually pushed right through. Same with the breakout for today. The breakout for today went straight down too. Steven caught this trade, so he got a full 100 points on there. Let's see, Steven shares profits. Let's respond to Steven over here. A huge candle right here. Wonder what happened. It's like a 50-point candle. Let's see. Anything happen in the news? Actually, Chicago Fed President Goolsbee sees rate cuts depending on inflation progress. Yeah, I think rate cuts are probably going to happen closer to June, most likely. Most likely. Let's see, CJ said skipped it based on the engulfing of the hard time frame. Okay, let's take a look at the confluences again, guys. We haven't looked at the confluences for a while, so looking over here at the lower time frames, the 1 minute time frame is currently bullish right now. Price is above the pivots, trend meters green, pivots are angling up. 5 minute time frame over here, price is below the pivots, trend meters red, pivots are angling down, so this is bearish. Over here for the, let me just fix this real quick. I'm gonna fix the trend meter, guys, because the trend meter had to be updated, so it's a little screwed up right now. You know, the colors don't really matter so much. Yeah, the colors don't matter so much because we're not really looking at this like that. Want to fix the trend meter here. You guys might have an issue, like your trend meter might have reset because TradingView updated their settings. So I basically had to update it to the new code because they're like on version 6 of their code. It was the thing is I haven't updated this indicator since like version 2. So I mean, it's been years. I created this trend meter, I think, back in 2019 or 2017. So I haven't updated this indicator since. TradingView kind of forced me to update it, so I had to update it to their current code. So your trend meter might look a little funky. Okay, anyways, looking over here right now, the 1 minute is bullish, 5 minute is bearish, 10 minute is bearish, 30 minutes bearish, price is below the pivots, trend meters red, pivots are angling down. 1 hour is bearish, and the 4 hour here is bearish neutral. So with that said, we have a bit of a mixed trend bias here. The 1 minute is very bullish, but everything else is still very bearish. Looking over here at the 1 minute market profile, we don't really have any, or actually we do. We have a rejection right here off the point of control. So this could be pushing to an upwards push. Looking over here at the 30 minute time frame, we don't have any rejections here, but price is pushing away from the point of control right there. So this could be a possible push to the upside. Looking over here on the 1 hour time frame, we do have a nice rejection off both the value low right here and then also the point of control. So this is going to be a bullish confirmation as well. Looking over here at the volume profile, we have a rejection off the point of control right there. So this is looking like a bullish push. Looking over here at the clean chart, we have a rejection off the bottom end, also bullish confirmation. And then lastly, over here on the support resistance, we have rejection off the 1 hour support. So with that said, you should probably only be looking for buys right now. All the confluences for the most part are pointing towards a buy direction. There's an MPS, actually not yet, but there's an MPS V2 that's currently setting up right here. We had a buy signal, prices retracing on this red candle. So if this candle closes red and the next one closes green, that's going to be an opportunity for an MPS V2. Price is currently at opening price, so this is going to be considered a red flag, not necessarily the place where you want to be taking entry, but if you guys feel comfortable with it, you know, I'll still mark it up for you guys if you guys do plan on taking it. But this candle is closing in about 20 seconds. As soon as this candle closes, we'll start looking for a push back to the upside. So that candle closed red. Now, if this candle closes green, this is going to be an entry for an MPS V2. This is also setting up with an engulfing candle if the candle closes big enough. So we have price push down from here. And then we got price pushing back up from here. So possible MPS V2. Like I said, this is a red flag, guys. It's right at opening price. So, I mean, this is really up to you guys if you want to take it. But like I said, I personally would not take it because if I'm sticking to my game plan, I don't trade at red flags. Yeah, Barack said red flag is a spoiler for me. Skipping. Yeah. I mean, I would skip it too. Looks like a good entry, but you know, like we said, we have to follow our game plan, you know. And this here is showing that it's gonna be a tricky area for it. And it doesn't look like it's closing red or green, sorry. So this candle was like really, really small. This is another thing that I probably would have avoided because the candle was like at the last second closed down like very wicky and very small. So I don't think I would personally be taking a trade like this here for me personally. Me specifically, I wouldn't take a trade here. There's a lot of reasons why I wouldn't take it. Red flag plus this candle here is so iffy that I don't think I would have waited for that to close. I think I would have seen it come down a little bit. I would have just skipped it. But it is pushing up right here. So nonetheless, this entry is still technically an MPS V2. However you want to look at it, it's still technically an MPS V2, but there's just so many things here pointing towards not taking it. So, all right, CJ said all of the entries in our CO took the day off. I know Kodi probably knew there was a problem with Ninja Traders today. He knew. So this dude was like, I'm not getting up today. It's the one day this week he's not here. He's been on his chair all day, pretty much every day this week. But today he decided, no, he's gonna sleep in. All right, yeah, break and retest right there, Sam. So this is actually a pretty decent entry for a buy. I had a break and retest off the zone right there. So there's confluences here. I mean, the confluences are there. And this is on the 1 minute. So there goes your break and retest right there, Sam. The only problem again is that it's at opening price. Look at where price is rejecting from right now. See that blue line? That's what I was worried about. The manipulation on the opening price. The confluences are good for a buy though. 1 hour right here, really nice rejection off that wick. Volume profile, rejection right there off the point of control. Rejection right here off the whole number. Rejection off the support level. See, the setup was good. It's just because it's right there at that blue line. Yeah, Sam said he got it and he closed out early because of the blue line. Yeah, I mean, I would have done the same thing, Sam. I think you made the smart decision there. Like, I do expect price to push up, but, expect a lot of messiness around this area here. Like, I can see it push through, but it's, like I said, a lot of messiness around this area here. All right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. It's 7:50 right now. It's getting closer to 8 o'clock. There's not really much here to take. Price is at opening price, like I was talking about earlier. You guys can see how price is having a lot of trouble getting past this blue line, right? Rejection, rejection, rejection. Like as much as I wanted to take this, or I would have wanted to take this trade here, I think the MPS would have been tricky specifically because of the and there you go, it's about to hit full TP. Man, what a day today, guys. What a freaking day. 7 entries today. I couldn't take 1 entry. Nothing pisses me off more than something like this. I'm just kidding. It's okay. I'm glad you guys are locking in the profits though. So all in all, jokes aside, I'm glad that you guys here killed it. I mean, everybody here like did really, really well. If you guys have any more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Let's see, Arc sent me his settings. So this looks good for the most part. Arc, I don't see any problem here with your. Yeah, everything here looks fine, Arc. I'm not sure like why you're getting any errors with your. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is with this right here, Arc. I mean, your things look good. You might be getting some errors on the trailing stop, but everything else looks pretty much fine. So just something to keep in mind. Gotcha, Mike. Yeah. I think you're on here right now, right? I didn't get an email from you. Let me check my emails real quick. I don't think I got an email from you, Mike, but yeah, we can have a meeting. Could you send me an email again, Mike? Just so we can, or you can talk to me on here. It's up to you, Mike, wherever you want to discuss. If you want to discuss on Discord or if you want to discuss on Yeah, I just want to make sure you send it to the wrong email. But yeah, we could talk on here or we could talk on email. It's up to you, Mike. You're probably gonna have it's gonna be easier to talk on Discord, so just send me the message on here. Yeah, sure. Email, but it's probably easier here. All right, so let me check my schedule and then we'll get that meeting set up for next week, Mike. But yeah, guys, you guys did pretty good. I mean, overall, you guys killed it. Christian over here too. Nice work, Christian. So Christian took that trade and he locked in some pretty good profits. Let me go and update the profits over here real quick. Christian locked in 1,120 for the day. Nice work, Christian. Yeah, you guys did great. But yeah, Ark, your settings look fine. I don't see any problems with your settings here. Could you remind me what your issue was? Your issue was with the trailing stop, right? It wasn't with anything else. Because your TP stop loss is perfectly fine. This is good. And your trailing stop is fine too. The only thing that I can think of that could be an issue is if I mean it looks like you're trading multiple accounts. So if you're trading multiple accounts, you might get an error. Because I remember this is what I was talking about before. Like this is why I can't do the micro scalp because I'm trading like 60 accounts. So like I'll get an error and it comes up like 60 times because like if one has an error, it pops up like I get 60 pop-ups and then I can't close a position until I close all those pop-ups. So for me, it becomes like a really big problem. I think for you, it shouldn't be too big of a problem because you only have 4 accounts here. So like if you were to get that error, you can just close them out real quick and then you can close it out manually. But usually your trailing stop it should kick back in. So what this means over here, since you have it set to 111, basically whenever price goes in profit 1 point, it kicks it in a gear. So like say for example, you're in the position, Art, like say it pushes in profit 1 point, right? If it has an error on that first one, when it pushes up one more point, it's going to kick back in. So every time it pushes up, it kicks back in, kicks back in, kicks back in. So you shouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, I'm not sure what the error is that you're referring to. You said you take a video, but it doesn't fit. So in the future, I would say if you take a position arc, just take a quick video, like a really, really quick one, and then stop it so you can show it to me. Because I think if the video is too long, I'm not gonna be able to see it since the file is so big. Sam said, sorry, never saw you this pissed, LOL. I know, Sam, I've never been, well, usually I'm pretty cool about it, but I mean, I'm sure you would have been pissed too, Sam, seeing like how many entries came up today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the breakout, literally no losses today. And not being able to take one of these trades. One of these trades would have set me back into like pretty good P&L for the week, but it's okay. I'm basically at break even for this week. A slight loss because we took that small loss on Monday, and then on Tuesday we took a small win, right? I had to drop my TP down to like 20 points because of the low volatility. So oh, this is a weird error right here. All right, I've actually never gotten this error before. So yeah, so this happened with Art. Let's see. It happened with him when he was pushing. I'm trying to reenact your issue here. So price went up in profit, and then I'm assuming your stop didn't get moved up, or your stop, it looks like it might have like just canceled it altogether. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, but so with your stop, did your stop kick back in, or did it just not come up at all? Because if it kicked back in, that's fine. That's what it's supposed to do. But if it didn't come up at all, that's like that's a pretty big error. Yeah, this thing's flying right now. So price is pushing up higher, guys. There's actually another MPS. There was an A plus plus setup right here, guys. Sorry, I didn't mention it to you guys. So we had it right here, we had an engulfing candle. We had the MPS V2, and then we had an A plus plus that came up right here. I don't know if anybody spotted that. And 8 entries today. That's crazy. So 8 entries that came up today, and I didn't take one of them. It's all good. Well, here's the good thing. The good thing is that the strategy is working flawlessly, right? So like I think this is like the best part of today is that we were able to see these entries come up. A lot of you guys took these entries and the entries were hitting, like they're basically hitting left and right. So overall, today was a great, I guess, learning experience for even myself, because this gives us the confidence that the strategy is working flawlessly, right? It's working perfectly how it's supposed to. And you just have to weather the storm. If you guys have been trading with us all week, pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it was a slow day. It was a slow day pretty much every day this week. And then Friday, this is where like pretty much everything kind of played through. We had one day over here with like some decent volatility, and everything just started playing through. It didn't matter if it was a sell or a buy, but the trades kind of played through either way. So, I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that. Obviously I'll take a screenshot of this to show you guys. So I'll put this over here. Six entries today, or 6 scalp entries today, identified on the live session. Hit. All hit for full TP. Not take any entries due to connection issues with NinjaTrader platform. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. I'm glad that the entries hit so that we have some confidence going into the market on Monday. So I didn't take any entries today, unfortunately, but coming back Monday, at least I'm going to feel comfortable. I'm like, okay, the strategy's hitting, it's working, it's doing what it needs to do. And yeah, I mean, that's something that we can look forward to, right? I think that's the biggest thing. We can look forward to this on Monday because we know the strategy's hitting. So there's no reason to go into the market scared come Monday. Yeah, pretty solid. So 100 points right there for the breakout. And then right here, MPS V2, MPS V2, MPS V2, A++, MPS V2, A++ right there. So that's good. So guys, if there's any other questions, let me see if there's anything else here. Yeah, Sam said exactly. Working strategy is better than profits. Profits will come. Yeah, exactly. Now that we know the strategy, well, we already knew the strategy was working, but now that we know that it's definitely working and it's working in all types of market conditions, yeah, just gotta keep it pushing. It's really what we gotta do. Just gotta keep pushing. Yeah, CJ said it also helps that we weren't caught up in session sandwiches today like we were all week. Yeah, exactly. The sessions were pretty spread out today, so it's pretty nice not having sessions in the way. Not too many red flags. The only red flags that came up were pretty much opening price right here. So let's see. So the terminal trade went through, but it made this message and killed the orders I placed. See another picture from RX. Oh, it messed up your pin. So okay, I could see why your error is coming up right now. All right. Your error is coming up because what happens is the market was moving a little too fast. And so what happened here, I know exactly what's happening with you, Art. So when you try to push your order, so for example, say price is pushing up right here, right, Art? and you put your order right there, but price is already there, right? Say you push price up. The way to fix that is that you have to place limit orders. So that's going to fix your problem. All right, instead of placing stop orders, set buy limit and sell limit orders. Because I used to have that issue before too. The problem with what you're running into is you're a little too slow. Like when you try to put your position right there, price is already at that point. So the stop order can't fill because you're trying to enter at the exact price. If you want to place your order at the exact price, you have to put a limit order because a limit order is going to fill you at that exact price, if that makes sense. So in the future, try using limit orders instead of stop orders, and then that's going to fill you at the exact price. And then you're not going to get those errors because, so what happens is if you put a limit order here, if you're like, hey, Ninja Trader, I want you to enter me at 42,060 or right here, right, at 42,067. If you put a limit order there, Ninja Trader is not going to fill your order unless it can get you at that exact price. The problem is you're placing stop orders. So when you place a stop order right here, it says, okay, you want to get in at 67, but price is already up here at 72. So that's why you're running into the problem with your orders. So yeah, give that a shot. I'm pretty sure if you start using limit orders, you're not going to have any more problems. It's because you're trying to get in at price and then price is already past it. And that'll help you with that. Yeah, now it makes sense. Okay. I thought your stop orders weren't working, but they should kick in every point that it pushes in profit. Yeah, Glenn said hate those days with ATR below 20 though. Yeah, I know. The past couple of days, the ATR was so low, right, Glenn? Like from Tuesday up until I think yesterday, the ATR was like at 20, 18, somewhere around there. Today you can see it's well, right now it's low because we're at 8 o'clock. But the ATR was like at 30 today, it was like 30, 40. So it was nice. Volatility was smooth, price was pushing through, and everything was playing through like it was supposed to. So, all right, guys, I just realized it's past 8 o'clock. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. I think this is it for the week. We had a pretty great way to close out the trading week. Unfortunately, I couldn't take any positions here because my Ninja Trader was screwing up. I've had this problem in the past, so this isn't the first time I've had this issue. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to kind of wait and see if I can get this issue resolved. But all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, have a great weekend, guys. We had a great way to close out this week, so everyone should be going to this weekend happy. If you guys have any profits to share, feel free to send them in. Again, Christian locked in 1,120. We have Ark over here. Ark just signed back up just in time because he locked in some good profits. 750 on the first account, 960 on the second, third, and fourth account for a total profit of well over 3,000. We got Shiv here. He locked in about almost 7,000 for the day, or well over 7,000. And Christian's earlier profits 540. So that's about it, guys. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to hit me up. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here on Monday